Last night, my parent-in-law was here eating, only because he was drinking, but he just gone out to buy some drinks at La Pasadita. When he arrived there, maybe they were waiting for him.
At Pasadita Bar here on Iguana Creek Road is where 59-year-old Jose Anibal Molina Estrada came sometime around 11 p.m. on Tuesday for some drinks. There he met 64-year-old Guillermo Guerra, 52-year-old Victor Ismael Perez, and Eddie Larios, all residents of Duck Run 3, a community just outside of Spanish Lookout. An altercation ensued between the men before Molina and Larios pulled out their licensed firearms and a shootout occurred. As the echo from the blast subsided, Molina lay dead on the floor and Guerra, Perez, and Larios injured to different parts of the body. Molina was shot 5 times to the lower back and once to the right side. The bullet exited the opposite side.
Sainasa police visited the said location and observed the lifeless body of a male Hispanic descent person lying face down on the ground in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds to the upper and lower part of his body. He was later identified as Jose Anibal Molina, 59 years, naturalized Belizean of Docron 3. About 11:40 a.m. on the same date, information was also received of 3 male individuals suffering from apparent gunshot wound at the Loma Luz Hospital in Santa Elena. Police were also dispatched there, where they saw Guillermo Guerra, 64 years, naturalized Belizean of Docron 3, suffering from apparent gunshot wound to the foot. They also saw Victor Perez, 52 years, naturalized Belizean of Docron 3, suffering from apparent gunshot wound to the upper part of his body, and also Eddie Larios, naturalized Belizean of Docron 3, also suffering from apparent gunshot wound to the upper part of his body.
Guerra was treated and released from the hospital, but Perez and Larios were further transferred to the KHMH in a serious but stable condition. Molina had the only grocery store in the village of Duck Run 3. According to his son-in-law, the businessman has had conflict with Larios, his neighbor.
Mr. Molina was a nice man. He teach me a lot of good things. And anyways, he have enemies, but we never know him. And up to now, but I mean, no, because I was not in the incident, but I hear thoughts what they were saying, people. When we were in the incident happened like 11 o'clock. But I hear it from too late because I hear it from 1 o'clock. I never noticed it because I not live here. I live separate from him. They tell me they have two gunshot wounds. I don't know where, but 3 of them were in the bar drinking. They were arguing maybe because they have a relationship not so good from years from now.
So he and the other 3 men, they couldn't agree, they weren't friends.
They were friends before, but now something they got enemies, like jealousy, and they always drink and they try to arrange things, but there never is a way to solve things. Some want to win and some no one to lose. But my father was a nice person. I know him. He liked drinks, but not do things like that.
The Molina family and police have different reasons as a motive for the murder, but undeniably, the state of intoxication was a factor.
Well, I take my guidance from the evidential material available to me, and what I can say is that alcohol may have been a contributing factor. What I can also say is that subsequent to that, a misunderstanding ensued among the individual, which eventually led to the shooting.
So, jealousy, that was the reason why they killed him?
I think jealousy was it. Why they killed him? Because only the way they could kill him. Because he have his firearm, but you know how people's there 3 with 1, they can't do nothing. Maybe they got him by surprise, I don't know, but they shot him.
But was the shooting death a case of self-defense? Officer Commanding San Ignacio Police Superintendent Richard Rosado says that the case is currently categorized as a death investigation.
We are still in the initial stage of the investigation, so statements are still being recorded. Based on once a case file is completed, then we will be guided based on the evidential material available to us at that moment.
Is there any reason, sir, to believe that he was killed in self-defense, as in one of the three fired back to defend themselves, and that's why this man ended up dead?
Like I mentioned, we are still in the initial stage of the investigation, and we're looking at all angles. And once the case file is completed, we'll forward the file to the Director of Public Prosecution for her advice.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.